Welcome back, everybody. This Week in America, website thisweekinamerica.us. Back with us on the program, Jill Skeem. She's a certified macrobiotic health counselor, educator, and chef. We're talking about her cookbook, Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. If you go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and you go to the YouTube and click it on, you'll see some of the interviews we've done with Jill before in talking about the book. It's an excellent book, Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. We've got her back to talk about the holidays, and I know, Jill, you get a lot of questions this time of year. People are saying, okay, I'm going to have relatives over, or I've got a problem in the diet that I need. What should I be able to tell people that are going to be cooking meals for us? This really is a sensitive time of the year, isn't it, with so many people that have eating problems?
Oh, they do. And Thanksgiving is probably the holiday that's surrounded by food the most. And I have run into so many people say my granddaughters are coming over, they're vegan, or someone else has changed, someone's gluten-free. And then I hear from the other side, the vegans going, oh my gosh, I hope they serve me something more than salad. Because everyone automatically thinks, if you're vegan or vegetarian, that you are just a rabbit and you just are happy eating salad. But you're not. And you can actually have your favorite comfort foods without cheese in them and without meat or chicken products. And it's very easy to do. You could do pasta dishes with red sauce and use olive oil instead of butter. You could add vegetables to that, make a pasta primavera, which would be nice, hearty, and warm and satisfying. You can also substitute vegetable broth for chicken broth or beef broth, like in your stuffing. If someone has a gluten issue, you could do a cornbread stuffing, because corn actually is not a problem, doesn't contain gluten. It's just wheat that contains gluten, a little barley and some spelt. But other than that, and rye, but other than that, you're pretty good with every other grain. You could stuff a squash with rice. You could do it with a cornbread dressing or normal dressing if they don't have gluten issues. And that could be a delicious main course for Thanksgiving.
Jill Skeem is our guest on the program. The book is Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. All the information available at Jill's website, and that's Jill. Skeem is Skeem, JillSkeem.com. Go to our website, thisweekinamerica.us, and you can link on directly to the website, get information on the book. And you talk about the fact that, if you think that you're on a special diet, you're sort of the rest of your life, you're going to have food that's really not interesting. You're going to have to give up what you like. You've got more than 60 easy-to-make comfort food recipes with a simple vegan twist. And we've done this before when I've looked through the cookbook and we've talked about it on the program. It's like, wow, this is real food. It is comfort food. You're getting it fixed a little bit differently, and suddenly you feel good about eating this.
That's right. And a lot of people, especially during the holidays, people want the foods that they're traditionally are used to. And I know there's all recipes out there for like cauliflower and cream, and you make it look like potatoes. But actually, you can have mashed potatoes and not miss the sour cream or butter. And what I do is I reserve the cooking water, and I use that when I mash up the potatoes to get it to the consistency that I like. You add salt and pepper and a little olive oil to give it some richness, or you could top it with caramelized onions. And honestly, Rick, you can't tell the difference between these mashed potatoes and normal mashed potatoes. I've had many people try them, and they think, oh, this must have butter or something in it that's bad, and there isn't. So I say, you know what, if you can have your mashed potatoes and still have them in a healthy way, why not?
Yeah, and if somebody says, yeah, but Jill's friends probably aren't that much into potatoes, Jill is located in Idaho. Everybody knows Idaho. Potatoes out there. So you still get compliments on your potatoes the way you're fixing them in Idaho. That's a real testament to the book.
I do. And I've actually done a couple segments on the local TV station where right before we went on air, the news reporter said to me, and you do know I'm a mashed potato connoisseur, don't you? And I said, no. And then your heart kind of panics for a second. But then she actually could not believe that it didn't have butter or sour cream or anything in it. She was amazed. She loved them. And then I just filmed another one recently, and the news reporter, again, they couldn't believe the difference. So no, they're not. And you know how you guys are. They will tell you the truth, but they both did really like the mashed potatoes. And I say, why not? Just have the same thing, but you can make it in a healthier way. You can do this for people who don't have diet issues, but maybe are worried about their saturated fat and cholesterol. Just because it's Thanksgiving doesn't mean we have to gorge and just, indulge with all these fatty things. You can still have your mashed potatoes in a healthy way and be happy about it, feel less guilty about eating all of it.
Information available at jillskeem.com. You go to thisweekinamerica.us and link on as well. The book is available all across the country. Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. Jill Skeem is the author and our guest. Easy to follow recipes, color photos, and probably the most important, it lies flat. You really did a nice job with it. It's very colorful, but you can actually spread it out as you're actually doing the cooking. A lot of great recipes there, and a couple minutes left in the program. Is it possible to get through this time of year without packing on that 7 to 10 pounds that almost seems inevitable at the holiday time?
It is, Rick, and I think part of the thing is your mindset. Some people might say, "Oh, it's the holiday time. I'm just going to let it roll, and I'll worry about it in January." But to me, I think you can just still enjoy yourself, but have some moderation. I still think the most important thing is to eat 3 regular meals a day. So say on Thanksgiving Day you're not going to eat till 2. Make sure you still have breakfast. Make sure you have a little bit at lunch. Do not starve yourself. So by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, you're just gorging yourself. And if that does happen, fine, just wake up the next day and get back on track. So have 3 regular meals a day. Sit down when you eat or drink anything. Do not sit in front of the TV. I know you want to watch football, but try to eat at the table, and otherwise it becomes mechanical eating and you overeat. Try to get out there and walk. I know it's cold, but bundle up and still go out and exercise. But you can still enjoy the holidays without binging. If there is a little thing you want to eat, then just say to yourself, that's what I chose. Sit down, chew it well, enjoy it, and start over the next day. You don't have to gain 7 to 10 pounds over the holidays, because by January you're going to be miserable. You're going to go on a crash diet, which will not work. And then you'll be back in the same place, except probably 10 pounds heavier.
Well, yeah, January comes, you're depressed because the weather is terrible. You're shoveling snow. So I guess the good part of that, you're getting a little exercise, but it's still snow that you're shoveling. Depressed because you put on a few extra pounds over the holidays, and suddenly you get this vicious cycle come springtime, and you've packed on 15, 20 pounds.
It's true. And so you really have to think of your mindset. If you go to a buffet, first, look around at the buffet and try to think about the things that you were going to eat in a healthier way. So, go for more side dishes, have smaller amounts of meat or chicken. Don't use sour cream. You could substitute guacamole if they have that. Even just a vinaigrette on some of the salads instead of ranch dressing or blue cheese, the things that have more calories and saturated fat in it. So try to just make good choices. But the key thing is to sit down whenever you eat anything, because we tend to just grab things when you're walking through the kitchen. You put it in your mouth, you grab some nuts here, maybe some candy here. And then at the end of the day, if I said, "Rick, what did you have today?" you will forget what you ate standing up. We tend to eat things that are bad standing up, and we shove them down and rush them down because we have guilt associated with it. So look at, if you're going to eat it, sit down, enjoy it, and then just say next. And you have every meal is a new opportunity to make better choices. And you don't have to be on that bad roller train from, gaining 10, 15 pounds over the holidays. You really can make a difference for yourself in little baby steps.
A lot of great ideas in the book. Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. Our guest on the program, Jill Skeem. That's Skeem. Her website, jillskeem.com. Information there. The book's available at Amazon all across the country. Jill, always a pleasure. We'll have you back more and talk about getting through the winter. Once we get through the holidays, we got like 3 months of shoveling snow that are going to be a problem. So we'll have you back to talk about that. Thank you very much for joining us. Great to have you back with us again.
Rick, thank you so much. Always a pleasure, and healthy eating.
Thank you. Same to you. It's always great to have you with us. And the program, once again, is Comfort Food Gets a Vegan Makeover. Information at our website, thisweekinamerica.us.